Anyways, fam, let's dive into our featured story of the day. Discuss the latest with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Qatar potentially purchasing $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin. According to Max Keiser, this can spark a $100,000 Bitcoin God candle in a single uptick. We renamed that to the Keiser candle. So shout out to Max Keiser. Here's the latest of what's going on over here. Let's start with right here, this headline. The world's largest oil company, Saudi Aramco, partners with SBI Holdings to potentially invest in digital assets. Now, Max Keiser saw this news yesterday and responded with the following tweet. Translation: the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Qatar are about to drop $1 trillion into Bitcoin. Now, to follow up with this latest tweet, here's some of his previous tweets on the subject. He says, if you know, you know. So clearly reading between the lines and knows something the rest of us don't know. He also shared the God candle as a $100,000 uptick in Bitcoin. It's in play. It will shift the global access of wealth and power in one tick. And then he clarifies, I have one word for you, $100,000 Bitcoin God candle fans, Qatar. The rumors are getting very loud on this. Their sovereign wealth fund is rumored to be looking to buy $500 billion worth of BTC. Now, he also shares some pictures of Qatar's president meeting up with President Najib Bukele, and he even shared an update right here. Update to add clarity, my source said, Bitcoin makes our $500 billion sovereign wealth fund effectively worthless. We should just convert all of it into Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree. How lit would that be if Max is right? Now, he also pointed out here, Russia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Iran will start doing deals in Bitcoin. Qatar knows this and is pulling the trigger on a huge Bitcoin buy for their sovereign wealth fund. And this was on the back of the news here. Iran's president arrives in Moscow, Russia, to meet Putin just one day after the Russian leader met the Saudi leader. Now, that's interesting. So it's ultimately Max reading between the lines. He also wrote here, a $100,000 God candle is in play, a 100,000 uptick in the Bitcoin price. This will literally shock the world, and the Bitcoin singularity will be upon us. Now, another tweet he wrote, the Bitcoin price was lagging behind the rise in hash rate while competitor CZ and Binance was being targeted and then taken down at the behest of large Wall Street players. I believe that is true as well. Talking about BlackRock, the price rise now is catching up to the implied hash adjusted price of $375,000 per Bitcoin. Send it and let's freaking go. But anyways, let's read more into this story, which Max is interpreting as them investing $1 trillion into Bitcoin. We have Saudi Aramco, the largest oil and gas company in the entire world, might be on the brink of investing in digital assets, aka the King Crypto, Bitcoin. The company, which has a market cap of over $2 trillion, has signed a memorandum with SBI Holdings, the financial services company in Japan, to explore collaboration in various fields of investment, including digital assets. Let's freaking go. Now, the MOU establishes that both companies will corroborate in the field of digital assets and co-investments, leveraging both parties' investment portfolios related to digital assets. SBI has an extensive investment in companies that use digital assets in their business models. The company has recently partnered with stablecoin company Circle and has a long-time collaboration with Ripple, the crypto-based payments company. The memorandum details that Saudi Aramco will identify and support Japanese startups in the digital asset area that wish to expand their business to the Middle East, supporting their entry and growth in the region. The alliance also extends to the field of semiconductors, as the document states that the company might launch several undetermined projects in the industry, establishing factories in Saudi Arabia and Japan through the Power Chip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, which is a Japanese organization. Now, SBI Holdings revealed the plans to open a subsidiary called SBI Middle East to expand the company's influence in the region and explore new business avenues. Saudi Aramco had invested in blockchain-linked companies before. In its first deal in the arena, it happened in 2020 when the company invested $5 million in VAKT, a global commodity blockchain digitization business. Also, the company signed an MOU with Draw Group, the Web3 tech development platform, back in January. Now I want to read you this headline. Bitcoin maxi and advisor to El Salvador President Max Keiser predicts the Bitcoin price to hit $375,000 per coin. I just read you that tweet where he says the implied hash adjusted price for Bitcoin is $375,000. Now the anticipation expressed by Max aligns with the sentiment of Galaxy Digital CEO, who envisions Bitcoin reaching the previous high of $69,000 upon the ETF approval. We're referring to Mike Novogratz. Now, Max also hinted of a God candle, which we renamed here on the channel the Keiser candle, influencing a $100,000 surge of the Bitcoin price action. Keiser suggests that the unfolding of this God candle scenario will be nothing short of shocking for the global audience. That's right. Now, in crypto, the God candle typically denotes a candlestick pattern characterized by an unforeseen and substantial price increase, typically referring to a $10,000 price increase, hence why we renamed it to the Keiser candle. So shout out to Max Keiser. Now, you also got to keep in mind, Max is one smart man. So for him to be reading between the lines and sharing insights that Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, Iran, you know what I mean, and all these, Qatar, are going to be adopting Bitcoin is because he's smart and he understands what's going on. He has access to resources the rest of us don't have. He's Bukele's right-hand man and Bitcoin advisor, for Christ's sake. And also, I mean, numbers don't lie. Check this out. Max is up 20 million% on his Bitcoin investment since 2011. And Max has been telling us about Bitcoin via the Keiser report since 2011, since back then. Now, if this dude is up 20 million% on his holdings, how much Bitcoin is this guy holding is a great question. And what is that worth in today's value? Let me know your thoughts. If I was to guess, I'd say without a shadow of a doubt, Max is a billionaire. I'm putting... Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that for a while, but what are your thoughts, fam? According to Alex Jones, Alex is like, Max, I know you're sitting on over 1 million Bitcoin. Max is Satoshi. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Alex Jones as well. And Max said he's going to be appearing on the Alex Jones show again. But let me know your thoughts, crypto fam. Do you think that the Bitcoin price will likely see a God or Keiser candle of $100,000 in a single uptick, as Max is suggesting? Do you think the Middle East, this major partnership between one of the largest banks, if not the largest in Japan, and the largest oil company in Saudi Arabia, is something big? Do you think we can see Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Iran all doing business, including with Russia in Bitcoin? Let me know your honest thoughts.